What up, what up, what up, fish people? Kenny E. with Anakin Aquatics. Well, I am here live at Michelle's Pet Center here in Roscoe, Illinois. And I am with one of the owners here. This is Troy. Troy, I'll flip it around on you here in a sec, but we'll talk a little bit. So tell us a little bit about your company, how long you guys been around, all that good stuff.
So my family's been in the pet industry, mostly retail, business since the 1970s. 3 generations, doing it quite a long time. Yeah,
awesome, dude.
Yeah. So kind of grew up into it. My uncle started the stores. Used to have 4 locations going throughout the Rockford, Roscoe, McChesney Park, Loves Park area. Went down. My mom eventually went to my mom as being the owner, and then now to my sister and myself.
Nice. So give you guys an idea, Danny worked for this company in the early 90s. So that tells you how long they've been around. Good local mom and pop shop, and I'm excited. They do everything. They got reptiles, they got aquatics, they got a little bit of everything going on here. So it's going to be a fun shoot. And anyway, I'm going to show you guys around the store. Wanted you to meet Troy. Michelle doesn't like the camera, from what I understand. So we'll
get her on.
We'll try to get her on later in the segment. But did you want to kind of narrate what we're looking at, or do you want me to just kind of?
I could show you a little.
Let me flip it around. We'll do a little walk through the store. All right. Morning, guys. Finally started to do some live streaming for you. You can expect live streams basically the rest of the trip now, every day. This is Troy, like I said. We're just going to kind of give you a cruise. He does have a customer back in this area right now. But once he gets free, I'll show you some of the fish. Tell you what, Troy, we can show him some of your hard goods for right now.
Yeah, actually, if you want, we can just
start here.
Just kind of loop around a little bit. So one of the things that we're pretty popular in this area for would be like like the dog food. That's what we have a lot of a big customer base for, because they cater more to family-owned businesses and things like that. So you won't find this in any of the big box, any of the big box retail stores. They're not going to have it. So we can try to keep a pretty big, variation of different dog foods. So we can cater to dogs with different cats with different allergies and certain needs, and there's certain things grain-free, things like that. We try to have something for everybody. And we focus a little bit more on, what we would consider to be more of the healthier, natural dog cat foods. So you'll see a lot of the brands you'll still recognize, but there's a lot that you probably won't see in a lot of other places.
Hey, somebody in the chat, if you could give me a sound check, make sure we're doing good on sound.
So we try to keep it set up pretty simple, I guess. We have our dog and cat food section, pretty standard. And then moving into aquatics, we don't saltwater, fish, things like that. I always say that the saltwater people, they've kind of graduated to that typically from freshwater. So they don't really come in to look and see what you have. They come in to ask you, can you get this for me?
Right.
So, that being said, as much room as it would take up and as much upkeep, we do like our saltwater stuff more as a special order, and we try to keep a variation of freshwater, stuff. Cichlids are probably going to be, I'd say, are more popular.
Well, then you and I will get along good. I've already kind of took a sneak peek. That's what I specialize in, is Africans and South American cichlids. So.
Yep, I'd say that's as far as fish goes. There's our biggest customer base for fish is usually catered to cichlids and different variations of cichlids.
And that, my friend, is why I love the Midwest.
I wish I could tell you all the different ones, but there's so many.
Yep.
It's a little difficult. From there, we do, obviously different backgrounds, gravels, all the accessories that cater to different fish setups, and, everybody's always doing something different,
Right.
So, sometimes it's a pond, sometimes it's an aquarium, and, other than that, we can move out of this here and we'll kind of go into a little bit of some of the, what I like to think is some of the cooler stuff, like the animals, reptiles, and things like that we...
Like I said, guys, he's not just specifically fish here. He's got a little bit of everything. We'll take a little tour of his others. There's people in the fish area with the COVID going on right now. We don't want to get too many people in the areas.
So, we keep things like, this is just one of many that we get in, but this would just be like your standard, your standard ball python.
I don't know if Mr. Kaler's in the chat or Aqua Balls, but I'm sure you would enjoy this part.
we get a lot of snakes. A lot of customers that are, you know, into breeding and, you know, love the reptiles and stuff like that. You know, so we definitely, it's something we, as long as that's what I was into when I was a kid, was all the reptiles and you know, stuff like that. So bearded dragons, you know, that would probably have to say be one of our most popular that we carry in. Some of these little guys here.
What's this? But that anoilies are pretty cool looking.
So the anoles, yeah, they're cool. They're fast. Wouldn't be the one you'd want to get if you're looking for something to kind of hold and play with, because you probably lose them the same day that you bought them. You know, bearded dragons. These guys, you know, they'll grow to be bigger than you know some of these cages. You know that right now these are juveniles, so a few different kinds in there. The normals. Then we have, you know, citruses, and then, you know, it'd be like the ones with the cool oranges on them, or some more rare ones called infernos. But that would be, I'd have to say if I had to stamp one. Oh, I got him. He caught him eating. Looks like he caught that one eating.
Yeah, this one here looks like he's like, hey, check it out, dude. I love the camera.
They are. They're pretty photogenic. They don't shy away from people. So they make pretty good photos typically. Yeah, he's on the hunt.
Yeah, he's on the hunt. That guy wants that cricket.
But yeah,
And guys, I've got a new gimbal I'm doing. Danny had it delivered to my mom's house. This is the first time I've used it, so I'm still adjusting to how to use it. LRB is going to give me a crash course when I go up there on Tuesday or Monday. Well, what do you have in this tank here? Some kind of gecko? Or is it sold already? I love the geckos. When I was in Hawaii, oh, wow, that's gorgeous, dude.
so these guys are.
Look at that thing, guys.
So yeah, these guys are pretty cool. They will, you know, they'll get probably most of these, you know, maybe they'll stay about that size, maybe double the size at the most. But yeah, they all, there's, you know, you'll see a lot of different variations.
Yeah, dude, that thing is way cool.
Yeah, sometimes see these guys, they can't really hurt you, you know, but sometimes they'll get scared and they'll sniff at you a little bit and stuff like that. But they're not mean or anything. They're pretty calm.
Pretty much like anything in nature, they don't want to be messed with, right? Oh, wow.
A couple other ones.
God, those things are good looking.
Yeah, so they definitely, you know, they hide a lot in the caves and stuff like that. They're, you know, like I said, they're pretty cool. They're not typically mean or anything like that, or can hurt you or anything.
So I take it probably just crickets with those?
You know, yeah, crickets is probably the thing that you'll see them probably eat the most. Some, you know, then they'll get bigger. People, you know, might do mealworms or super worms or, you know, things like that. You know, but they're pretty cool to watch. You know, they're not as quite as active of hunters all the time as you'll see with like the bearded dragons, but they're definitely you know, beautiful to look at, and something, you know, if you're for kid, you know, that's safe for kids, and, you know, kind of you're looking for like a family reptile, you know, they would be up there with like the bearded dragons as far as a good like family reptile that, you know, you don't have to worry about hurting you or anything like that.
Yeah, they're going nuts in the chat over this one.
But yeah, those look pretty cool. These are always pretty pie. These are some really small ones that we only have right now. But the veiled chameleons, and these guys are.
Oh yeah, those are way cool.
This guy's trying to be a little escape artist, I can tell here. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, dude, that thing is.
They'll do that.
He did a nice little jump for him
Oh,
here.
they will. They'll try to they'll get away from you.
He's getting mad at him right now. There he goes. He's finding a nice place to perch. Check him out, guys.
You'll see him start changing colors as he's climbing.
What do you think? Should I give me a iguana for the trip home or $1 million? Danny would shoot me probably. One thing about my wife and I, we just are both addicted to everything. We have like 70 tanks in our house. It's just nuts. Oh, that thing is gorgeous, ain't he, guys?
And they do it so fast. If you look at those in there, he was exactly the same color as the one in the back wall there. And then when sometimes they get a little scared or nervous, they'll start almost doing a darker like camo kind of look, you know. And then he'll start to slowly feel the warmth from my hand, and he'll start to calm down. And we'll see how the patterns are starting to just slowly disappear on him.
I don't think he's feeling the camera.
He's probably a little unsure of it. Once he realizes it's not a threat, they'll usually calm down. And then the hard part will be getting them to want to go back in, because they like they'll feel the warmth on the hands and everything. So he's calming down. He's getting lighter and patterns disappearing.
Yeah, isn't he, Mary? He's absolutely stunning, isn't he?
And this is pretty small. These guys are really really young. Usually when we get them in, they'll be about never smaller than this would definitely be on the small side. So these guys were I think we've had these guys maybe a week, not even.
How you doing, Cody-san? Welcome to the stream. Anybody I missed coming in, sorry guys, I'm trying to concentrate on getting you good shots and good footage of this place.
Definitely good climbers too, that's for sure.
So these are veil chameleons. And if you are in the Rockford Land area, I will be leaving some of my stickers here with this gentleman. You're welcome to stop on by, get some of my stickers.
And we get a lot of questions as far as like, can we get, they'll see the veiled chameleons, and so people ask, can you get the jaguars? Can you get like, the panther? Like panther chameleons are the Jacksons. I meant Jacksons are like the panthers. We can, I wish we could keep everything in, but usually if it's out there for about a week, we can usually get it in as long as it's complying with what's legal to have within within the state of Illinois, of course. Which things do change, so we constantly have to keep an eye on that as far as what we can bring in and what we can't. But we get anything from like crocodile geckos to leopard geckos.
No kidding.
Different variations of tarantulas, and tons of different variations of bearded dragons. I would say that they probably rule when it comes to like the number one like reptile that we sell would be the most popular would be bearded dragons because they're docile, they get pretty big, they're fun.
Right.
So, but so that's some of the reptiles that we keep in.
How you doing, Cody-san? Hello, Gnarly. Hello, Roxanne. I'll try to.
Got a lot of viewers right now. That's good.
This is actually an off. My wife's and I's stream this evening will have probably 50 to 60 on average.
Nice.
Sometimes 100, just depends on what we're talking about. So.
Definitely like.
So you got little
enthusiast,
Oh yeah, dude.
That's always awesome.
So you got little mammals too, huh?
Yeah. So we have some some lion. These are some Lionhead bunnies.
Look at the cute little bunnies, guys.
These guys are definitely they love the attention.
Yeah, they actually want attention to be petted here. Look at this.
They definitely like it. They don't shy away at all from people. They love the attention. We do get like a lot of some of people, regulars, kids, in the area, especially during the school times. They stop in and they get tons of attention because they'll come in and we let people will come in. They'll give some attention. They'll hold them and play with them and put them back in. So they definitely get their daily daily dose of of attention. So they're the guinea pigs. They get a little shy from the camera.
Yeah, my wife and I had these. We love these things too.
He's probably mad at me because I had to take his little house out earlier, so I better give that back to him so he doesn't get.
These are just little baby guys, aren't they?
Yep. Yeah, they're pretty small. Typically when we get we bring in like the animals like ferrets or guinea pigs. We tend to bring them in as like juveniles or babies. Most people, that's how they want them. It's kind of people want to raise them and get them, used to them and stuff like that. And it's a little easier, especially for the kids, because they're less likely to be snippy and afraid and things like that as they grow up with, family and stuff like that. So the gerbils are pretty funny. They like they're always aware of what's happening around them. They're kind of remind you a little bit of a hamster, but about 10 times more hyper.
Right. Yeah, my wife, we raised 4 kids, so we've had just about every one of these little mammals. And then we had birds. We actually had a bird from you guys way back when. His name was Charlie, a blue-fronted Amazon.
Awesome.
He learned a lot of nasty words in the pet store.
It does not take them long. That's for sure.
Yeah, my brother that is here with me, he didn't care for Charlie much. Birds, I don't know what it is about birds. They just don't get along with him. But guys, as you can see, these guys have it's a little bit of everything here. They've got, I'm going to show you the fish department here in a sec, but they've got just about anything you can need for fish, as well as other mammal pets, whatever.
Obviously a lot of the name brands you'll see for the, like Kong is extremely, kind of one of the more durable, brands out there. So we try to keep a lot of that in, like classics and stuff, of course. a lot of fun stuff for the kids like to do with their small animal cages, like the hammocks for hammocks and some of the different huts and things like that that are all like pet safe if they chew on them and stuff like that. It's not nothing that'll harm them or anything like that. And then of course we always can bring things in that we don't keep in the store. It's no different whether we got it in from or bought it off the shelf. There's no extra charges or any of that kind of crazy
Sure.
stuff, for that. We wish we could have everything in, but we'd need a much bigger store.
So again, if you're in the Rockford Land area, this is Michelle's Pet Center, also known as Terry's Pet Center. If you're looking up on Google, it's going to come up as Terry's Pet Center.
It was Aqualand or something like that.
So basically, so you guys know, this is a family that has been in the business for over 40 years now. It started with their Uncle Bill. My wife worked for Uncle Larry, but it was Bill's Aqualand. And that's who my wife worked for early 90s. That's how I knew about this place. Very good people, good local fish store.
Right.
Yeah. As always, you guys know Kenny E's all about local.
So this is where I say we keep a lot of like natural things and stuff like that, for like dogs and cats, things like that.
So as you guys can see, holistic, all natural products for your dogs and cats. Keep them healthy without giving them all the unnecessary chemicals.
And and a lot of it is not as a lot of people, they stray away from it, think it's going to be overly expensive or it's going to be missing something that they need. And a lot of what I found is that this stuff works. A lot of it works way better than anything that you're going to find that's just a big a brand name or anything, and they're safe. Obviously CBD and stuff like that for the animals has been kind of a new thing. So we bring a lot of full spectrum of safe and basically companies that are established. We do our research on a lot of especially newer stuff that comes out. We don't want to take a chance of harming anybody's pets or we would take responsibility if it was a recommendation from us, and we try to avoid that at all costs. We don't want to ever see anybody have to go through anything like tragedies with their pets or anything like that. So we try to do the best we can.
So you guys keep a lot of the frozen foods too?
Yeah, like some of your brine shrimps and things like that. I mean, pretty good variation. Again, if there's stuff that people are looking for, they're more than welcome to reach out, or they can look us up on Michelle's Pet Center on Facebook. We try to answer. I try to answer people at 24 hours. So if I'm up and you send me a message, if I see it, I'll respond to you. If not, it might be in the morning or something. But we always will get back to people. They're always welcome.
As you guys can see, they got a good looking goldfish. And you got koi here too, or just goldfish?
There's some koi mixed in there, yeah. So we have some of these will be some of like the like fantails and fancies and some of just your variations of koi. Typically we would have like a little bit like more like this here actually is like a butterfly koi right there. They kind of look some more a little closer to like a goldfish, but they're but they we have a bunch of different stuff that we get in.
Nice.
And it changes from time. Again here I'll and for the viewers as well. I'm more into the reptiles. Michelle would be the one you want to come in and talk to if you're an aquarium expert.
So it looks like, see, I got great mods. One of my mods has already found your link to your website. They've already posted it for us.
That's awesome.
So,
We definitely appreciate it.
We definitely like mods. Oh, some gorgeous rainbows. Oh, albino tuna cats, as I like to call them. It looks like we got a glow shark. Hey, Catfish Carrie and Cichlids 23, welcome to the chat. I keep trying to check, guys. I'm trying to multitask. Chris John, good to see you as well.
And right now we're working on maybe doing some upgrades and changes with some of our systems. We've started to find that the blue backgrounds will definitely don't do any lighter dark blue backgrounds if you have fish with color. It definitely drowns the color out in the fish, unfortunately. So we'll be you definitely think they stop in, they definitely can get a much better look at the the fish and stuff like that.
Yeah, I believe the blue, my wife and I go with blue, but we've been trying greens lately. I don't know if you've tried the greens. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, green I've been told is a little bit better and a little bit, if you go with the darker, like some of the glossier, darker blues, like the backgrounds, those work, this being like the outer tank paint, as far as, keeping consistent, for some reason, I think as it's gotten worn and faded a little bit, I think it just starts to make it almost kind of doesn't really do the fish much justice.
How you doing, J Dog? Welcome to the chat there, KP. We are at Michelle's Pet Center here in Roscoe, Illinois. If you are anywhere in the Rockford area or close to, be a place worth checking out. They're real cool. Got a lot of fish as well as reptiles. Probably one of the larger reptiles that I've seen in the area. But the thing that I'm seeing already, guys, everything so far that I've seen look nice and happy and healthy. So.
Yeah, when it comes, even being when we care for the pets, the pets here, it's the same things that we would recommend the customers to buy to get the most color and they, to get their animals and their fish, to be as healthy. That's the same stuff we feed them, feed them here in the store, So.
Oh, I've got some people that love guppies in the chat right now.
Those are one of the most popular things we carry. Is the guppies. We get tons and tons of it. Probably, in my opinion, still one of the cooler fish that you're going to see with the unique patterns. There's so many of them that you think you've seen every color and pattern, and then they come in and it's
guppies.
Yeah, and we like to think we're pretty price competitive, on fish. We see some of the cichlids, some places online, you might see some for, red empresses for $60 or something, and we'll have them for 20, or
nice.
because we try to work with people as much as we can,
Hey Ian, how are you? Hi Daniela. I love my present you got me, sweetie. That's my wife, she's at home. I'm shooting with my new gimbal today.
It's pretty nice. I actually want it.
Oh, dude, it's so sweet. There's so many.
Awesome.
You can control everything from right here. One touch.
Oh, that's
you can
awesome.
turn.
That's cool. I'm digging that.
Well, guys, you know how much I hate Africans. Coolio, she says. So Michelle and Troy, we're trying to remember you, honey. Troy remembers you. Michelle's still trying to put a face to you. They both remember Charlie.
She worked at the first North Second store, I believe.
She originally started with the North Second store, and then she went between the two, Riverside and...
Yep, that's why, yep. So so when I was real young, I wasn't old enough technically to work at the North Second store, but I would help out there. Actually, the first store I worked at was Riverside. Actually, officially worked at was Riverside.
She goes, "Aw, Charlie. Yeah, we miss him. We had to get rid of him because he started becoming of sexual maturity and started attacking my children. So he left a pretty good gouge out of one of our kids, and we said, well, unfortunately, that's it for him. But we ended up getting him with a lady that had like 6 different parrots, so she seemed like the one for him to have his forever home. That's who we ended up hooking him up with.
I have one permanent scar from pets doing this for as long as I've been doing this, and it's from a bird.
Got one more section I'll show you guys down below here. And then I'll maybe do a wrap up, let you guys meet, have a little sit down with him and his sister. And
we'll sneak up on Michelle.
Michelle's saying she doesn't want to be on camera, but Troy's telling me we're going to make her be on camera for a minute, I guess. Okay, guys, I'm trying to figure out how this thing works when I'm trying to get lower angles here. There we go. There we go.
That's an Oscar.
And he's got Oscars, guys. You know how much I hate those. Technical difficulties with my... Aren't those cool? You know how much I hate Oscars. I've got 6 or 8 of them. I've got a pair of 135s built in my wall at home, and they're on one. Mine are huge now. Matter of fact, I had to separate mine when I first was coming here because they decided that 2 of them wanted to breed. They killed one of my Oscars. More Africans. Man, I'm telling you, this place has a ton of Africans, which I love. Look at that Reuben red, man. That thing has got some red. Wow.
Yeah, and those like some of those, you take when you think they look like, you know, pretty cool in there, but then when you actually get them out from that background, they get twice as vibrant. You know?
The other
It's
thing
like,
about the
it's mind-blowing.
peacocks that's really important, when you get them out of a tank full of peacocks and they can become the dominant, they tend to color up too.
Oh yeah, that is
And
great.
they got some common jewels, another cool fish that I've always loved.
Very pretty fish. That's usually one you can count on to give you a couple, you know, a couple little, like, you know, iridescent looking kind of, you know, colors, a little bit of shimmer to them.
They are mean little suckers.
They definitely can be.
Oh wow, albino tinfoil barbs, guys. These are a cool fish. If you want to diddler fish for your cichlids, these guys I've always kept with cichlids. Very, very cool fish. I love these ones. Man, they're good looking. This camera's not doing them justice. They got shimmers of gold and silver. Yeah, as a matter of fact, look, they're in with Jack Dempsey's and an Oscar right now. So like I said, they can hold their own. That's a common one there. I used to keep these quite a bit. Danny has been trying to limit me to what I get nowadays. And then, of course, got the blood parrots. What do we got? Just some convicts. Yep, convicts. Some beautiful silver dollars. Excuse me, guys. I'm not digging having a mask on, but it's a necessity in today's America. We've got a bunch of mixed platies and whatnot here. Hold on, guys. I'll give the camera a little more angle here for you. There we go. Still trying to get used to this here gimbal. My wife says, yeah, 70 tanks, we really limit you. But hey, I ain't taking credit for all of them there, Edwards. She's equally as addicted to fish as I am. If not worse. I'd be willing to bet while I was gone she set up more tanks. Then he's got various tetras in here. Really cool field store, guys. And then again, some more various goldfish. Common comic. Those are the ones you'll find at the local fairs usually. He's got a lot of fish that would be great for beginners. And here's one of my all-time favorite goldfish right there, good old black moray. So that, like I said, guys, really, really cool store. I have enjoyed here. Let me get back on the other side. So anyway, get me turned back to the way so you can see me. There we go. And where's he at? He's behind me. There. So as I said, guys, we are at Michelle's Pet Center here in the great Roscoe, Illinois, which is just north of Rockford. Very, very cool place. And we are just here checking them out. I wanted to make sure to promote some of my local hometown fish stores while I was here. And I've known these guys, like I said, my wife worked for them in the early 90s. That's why I wanted to take the time, get them out there so people know who they are. I appreciate my mods getting their links out there. I'm sure he appreciates that as well. Any business is always good at a local store. And we're going to go find his sister here in a minute. Ed, I know you love me, buddy, but I'm in the middle of a live stream, so I can't answer the phone, bro.
I want to say that real quick just in case I forget, I want to say thank you to everybody for giving me a chance to show you the store. And hey, anybody's welcome. Come on in. You're more than welcome to reach out to us as well. If any questions or anything like that you're wondering if we can get, if we don't have it in the store, we'll always try to get it for you. You know, but I appreciate you guys, tuning in and giving me a chance to, tell you a little bit about our family history and our business. So thank you guys.
Yep. We appreciate you letting us interrupt your busy site. When I first got here, dudes, I was going to start at noon, but I kid you not, they had a line going out the door for crickets of all things. They are like the cricket hoarders here. Everybody in town knows they're known for crickets, and they come on in. So that's pretty cool. But we'll go over this way and see if we can get Michelle on for a second. I am going to have him sign my book. If you are in the Rockford Land area and you aren't going to have the opportunity to see me, I am planning on leaving some of my stickers here.
I guess we can't forget about the betas.
Oh, yeah, we just found something else we got to talk about because I know you guys.
These are. This is a little fun thing I made. I feel I had to make this thing for them since
It's got a cool little betas.
They were so popular, I felt they deserved something a little bit better than just a shelf, you know.
He made this cool little stand for him. Let me show you guys this.
It's hard to see it in the daytime, in the daylight, but it looks pretty cool at night.
Come on now. There we go. Can't wait to see LRB, guys. He's going to teach me how to work all the ins and outs of this gimbal. Still learning her a little bit. Okay, manes, tails, furs, and fins says, my heart, find the Dumbo, Kenny. Oops. You're okay.
There we go.
Gorgeous betas, guys. Look at the blues on that one.
We can hurry up, but we can make her sneak. Hey Michelle, you have to say hi to the camera. You have to say hi to the camera real quick.
That's Michelle. She's the owner. She's the one that's extremely camera shy. So anyway, guys, this is Michelle's
That's Michelle's Pet Center.
Michelle's Pet Center, ready for business. If you're in the greater Rockford area, they are here to serve you. They've been doing this for well over 40 years. Great people, great store, and I don't care what you have in your life, they got something for everybody. Troy's been gracious enough to give us a pretty good tour this morning. I will keep this short because I don't want to step on too many toes. Do look for me and Danny tonight. I will be on the live stream as well tonight with my wife. Hey, Chris, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, we're doing a live stream from a pet store this morning. So, but anyway, they've been gracious. Hey, now you come, George. I already showed all the snakes. You guys got snakes, all kinds of stuff. He even's got tarantulas, George. I know how much you love those. George has got probably 40 or 50 different exotic snakes as well as...
Really?
Yeah. He is a snake collector, man.
Hey,
So-
we're always open to meeting. We support local people too. If they're people are into breed and stuff like that, come see us. You know,
He's in Los Angeles.
that's pretty far.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off here, give these guys back their business. As always, love your fish. This is going to be Kenny E. from Daniken Aquatics checking out for now. Like I said, I did put a link to their address in the description in the video. Be sure if you're in this area, come give these guys a chance, give them a look. I think you'll be impressed. Did leave some stickers here for everybody as well. So you guys have a great day. Look for us tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Danny and I will be back together again for our live stream. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks again, guys. Have a good one.